Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
So today we are practicing social distancing and quarantining, and Justin is like 10 miles away from me.
Less than, but yes.
Yeah, you're home, I'm home, there's distance, there's buildings, we're being good.
Yes, you are correct. We are following the rules.
Yes. You working with the public, it's one of those things we really have to do.
Yes, and I the last thing I want to be is a carrier, even though I don't have any, public relations, I just don't want to be that person that's going to do that to you.
You sneeze on me, I'm punching you.
Pretty much.
I did have to go to the store today.
Did you get a coffee?
Oh, I have a coffee. I actually already had the coffee.
Coffee?
I'll do the coffee real quick. So I am doing Pete's Organic French Roast.
Organic.
It's really good.
Is it? Okay, I've heard pizza's actually like top tier as far as like brew it yourselves.
It's really good. So I wish, because when we were in San Francisco, me and Lauren, we stopped at the Nespresso bar and got an espresso. Mm-hmm. There was a Pete's there, and I really wish I had stopped. Now, once Vegas kind of gets back to normal from all this stuff, we are getting a Pete's coffee not too far from my house.
That's right. That is right.
I'm excited to go try it because this is probably one of the best cups of coffee I've had.
I want to try it. I now want to try it.
Yeah. If there's none left, because Lauren really likes it, she may go through it all before you get to come back over. If there's none left, we'll definitely pick some up.
Oh, okay, that's fine. As for me, I am having an oldie but goodie, the Lipton Magnificent Matcha that I took home, and I'm like, well, seeing as I'm here, I'll brew up 2 nice-sized cups and keep me well hydrated through this. With staying home and self-quarantine and all, I've got Lauren downstairs. She can bring me fresh coffee whenever I need. Yeah, see, that's a booster, but at the same time, I'm like, I prefer doing my own, because there's like this calming sensation when you do it on your own.
Making tea is like something special. It's like you've got the whole doing the bags and brewing the water. Like there's points to it because you don't brew it in big batches like coffee. So with coffee, it's like, you pour a cup, you throw in some cream and sugar. So I kind of get what you're saying with the tea thing. Doing your own and having its own thing to it.
I mean, I wasn't going to go that far, but yeah, you're right. It's just a small thing that gives you big power.
Yes.
Last week's movies, Reanimator and Castle Freak.
Yeah, you're a Lovecraft fan, and so we went. And I decided we'll go that level with it for you. Oh yeah,
these were big. As far as crazy, spooky, sci-fi, Reanimator's big. Castle Freak, not too much, but we'll go in order. Reanimator. When you showed me the initial scene for this, I was already in. I was already down for that. Having a weird ooze that can reanimate people from the dead and having that sort of be the lean in and say, Mr. Herbert West is the creation of all man. And I even looked at a few movie posters for this, and I was like, I wouldn't mind having one of these movie posters on my wall.
That greenish, yellowish, whatever it is, that fluorescent glow is insane. And a lot of the posters, they kind of use that to put him shadowed and let the chemical make him like the focal point.
There's that one. And then there's the one that kind of looks definitely 80s, where he's holding a vial and he's got the head in front of him and the vial is giving out this like stink juice. And it just looks very 80s, but it looks entertaining. It looks nice to me to look at.
What did you think of Combs in that role? The one that plays Herbert West.
Okay. Now, in Reanimator? Perfect. Yeah. Amazing. I don't think there could have been too many at that time. Maybe if of course had a bit bigger budget, someone who had the dorky, but at the same time very serious and monotone look about him. Maybe there might have been some others, but he played perfectly. Everyone else kind of played a little more corny and campy, but I think it was of the time.
I'm spacing on the actor that played the head, but he, I think, does really well. And he kind of does like that raspiness and everything, because it's like your head. I think he deserves some credit too, but Combs just is so amazing. And one of the things I've heard talk about is because people were reacting to things in theaters, some of his lines got stepped on by the audiences. So who's going to believe a talking head? Get yourself a job in a freak show or a sideshow. People were reacting to other stuff from the movie that they were still kind of making noise when he delivers the line and miss some of his best lines. And so I was kind of glad that we were in the house and you're able to just hear everything he had to say and hear his delivery, because he just kicks ass.
Oh, yeah, he does. It's a bit of a, how do I put it? It was a bit of a contrast of him to make that move, but at the same time, I know that he was supposed to run in and be a distraction, so
yeah,
he had to open his mouth. He couldn't exactly be like, hey, I'm here.
And I've never seen the sequels, but as I said, weirdly enough, somehow West is in the sequels. He's in all of them.
Played by Combs?
Yeah, played by Combs.
Okay. I mean, I'm down to watch him later on in life if I ever have a chance to.
I think some of them might be on Shudder, but I could be wrong. Which is where we watched these, because we watched the Joe Bob Briggs versions. And this is your first experience with Joe Bob Briggs, right?
Yes.
What did you think of him and how the show works?
At first, I thought he was going to be a little too much to handle because of how quick shooting he was. But he warmed up to me. He is very much a brash speaker. He does not hold any punches. He basically says, so yeah, you were doing this, that, and when he was having the interview, he was basically just, asking all of the questions that, what is his name? Talk show that does radio. It's gonna bother me for a minute, but he just asks all the questions that normally wouldn't be asked on a regular talk show.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who you're referring to, but yeah,
Howard Stern.
Howard
Stern.
Go.
Yes.
He does, and with the whole Joe Bob thing, the character, because I think part of it's a character, most of it's him. But whether you want to call it a character, you want to call it him, whatever it is, he does so well and knows so much, and he's just going that while there may be some form of a script or maybe show outlines or something, with him you can't tell. He's just talking about the stuff he knows and cares about. Yeah,
and then when there was that quizette kind of thing where he was asked, so what movie has this plot? And he's like, it sounds like this, or it could be this. And then she tells him the answer, and he's like, are you sure?
Yeah, and he's like, I'm going to go Google that.
Yeah, and it makes you actually think that, hey, this could technically be wrong in his mind. So, I mean, he has his faults, but at the same time, he seems very intelligent about the things that he enjoys.
And the person that was asking him the question was Darcy, the mail girl. Now, his shows, there's been 2 other forms of his show before this. Okay. One of them was Monster Vision on TNT. But he's done done this for years, basically. And that's why this one's called The Last Drive-In, because it's like, this is it. If this one doesn't stay going, he's not doing another one. But there's Darcy, the mail girl, and she's basically like the 3rd or 4th incarnation of a mail girl. And I was actually looking into her because I was like, she knows so much about horror movies. It turns out she's an ex-porn star.
Yeah.
Which I did not realize.
Okay, I could tell by the way she was dressed up in
for the Reanimator episode?
Yeah.
Gotcha. But even with Darcy, and people will probably go, oh, porn star, and immediately people start going dumb bimbo. And I'm like, that's not the case with Darcy, and that's, not the case with porn stars either, in general. A lot of them are actually pretty intelligent. Darcy comes in with her own level of knowledge on these horror movies as well. If you watch the episodes where they do the Halloween movies, like they did Halloween 1, 4, and 5.
Yeah. Those are the ones I saw.
She's a huge fan of 3. Outside of it being a Halloween movie, because it's the one that doesn't have Myers in it. It's crap. Everyone hates it. But if you take it from a different note, it's one that everyone can like as its own thing. And she stands up for this movie hardcore and shows that she belongs up there with Joe Bob.
No, okay, that's the one that has the mother as the killer, right?
No. Halloween 3 is the one where it's the Halloween masks. It's like the evil corporation's going to kill all the kids with the Halloween mask and the jingle. 6 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 6 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Okay, the only ones I've seen is 1 and 2, so that's why I was just making sure.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is Myers. 3 is that weird thing. 4 and 5, 6, 7, all of them are Myers after that, but 4 and 5 are the ones where it's the little girl that he's chasing after, who's supposed to be his niece.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, there's a lot of story to Halloween.
Yeah, and it has like 2 or 3 different timelines, because H2O comes out and erases 4 and 5.
I heard H2O also wasn't great, though, so...
H2O's not bad. Resurrection was... Ugh. Yeah. Resurrection's the one with Busta, and he narrates everything he does.
I kind of want to watch it just for that.
There's a scene where he's like, someone knocks on his door. He's like, "Who's this knocking on my door at this time, making me get up and walk over here?" And I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Just having a good old time.
But you liked Reanimator. Where are you going to put it on your scale?
As far as crazy, out of the normal type of sci-fi, it didn't have much. I don't want to say it didn't have too much entertainment, because it kept me entertained. But as far as like an average person, I would say maybe about a 9. It was way up there. It felt good. It felt comfortable as far as a crazy zany story, but it didn't do anything. I don't want to say over the top, because I mean a weird serum that raises people from the dead is over the top, but it didn't go too far.
Well, and even the story it's based off of by Lovecraft is a little tame for Lovecraft, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it was 1-for-1 rendition of the story it's based on, then yeah, it's definitely not too far away.
Yeah, so the stuff they added to this, I think, definitely helps fill the movie a little bit more. Now, what I find interesting is it's a horror movie with plenty of nudity, both male and female, sexual situations, blood, guts, and gore. It's got a 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb, a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3 out of 4 from Roger Ebert.
Yeah, and 91% through Google users.
I can't believe Ebert gave it so high, because he's never striked me as the guy that even gives a damn about horror movies.
No, he cares a lot about higher end acting. Like, if you got the chops to do the role that you're put in, that seems to impress him.
So you think Combs is what sold him on this movie?
Maybe. Maybe even literally the head in the pan. Because you gotta figure being a head in a pan that's alive is a pretty hard task to do.
Yeah, you've just lost more than probably 80%, 90% of what you can use to act. You're stuck acting with one section of your body.
With a voice and facial features.
It's kind of like the guy that does Thing for Addams Family. Like, he has to do so much with his hand to sell everything this character is doing.
Have the middle finger be its head, and each finger be the legs, and it acts as a dog in hand form. I love when he's doing Morse code and
Morticia. Morticia. It's terrible when you stutter.
I never saw that, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never seen Addams Family?
Mm-mm.
Lauren's gonna kill you.
I probably did ages ago. I just don't recall.
Okay, well, if you haven't seen it, that's going on the list.
I know that I saw Addams Family Reunion.
Well, there's the one Reunion, which is terrible, and there's Values, which is good.
I think it's Values, the one where Wednesday goes off to camp, and
that's Values. That's the sequel to Addams Family.
Okay, then that's the one I saw. Okay, that's the one I saw then. But damn. As far as Castle Freak, though, that's much lower on my list.
You think so?
Yeah. It had a great premise and a great story. It's just some of the acting was a little less than par.
Yeah. I have to say the girl that's playing the blind girl did pretty well because there's so much going around her that she just full on fucking ignores.
Jessica Dollarhide.
Yeah. I thought she did pretty good with ignoring things and being like, I only hear things. If it's not a noise, I don't know it's there.
Yeah.
Although I do have to argue one issue plot-wise. You gotta figure that castle freak had to stink. There's no way she couldn't smell him around.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way he smelled good.
How long was he in there for before he managed to break out?
Like 40 years.
40 years?
Yeah.
Couple dozen?
Something like that. Because he's supposed to be like, probably just a little bit older than Combs' character. Because Combs is in this one too, for anyone that didn't know. And yes. Actually, the girl from I'm spacing on her name also. The girl from Reanimator is his wife in Castle Freak.
Barbara Crampton?
I think so. Yes.
Yes.
Now, there's a few other roles that Combs has had where he's just absolutely amazing. One you actually saw not too long ago because of us, I do believe. We had you watch Would You Rather, right?
Yes.
He's the guy that's hosting the party, the one with the mustache.
The one that I thought I would be cringing about the razor blade in the eye, but no, I was not.
Luckily, most of it happens kind of off camera.
Which is dumb.
With
if
Castle
they did
Freak,
anything, man, I would be squeamish as hell.
With Castle Freak, it gets lower ratings. So you saying it's lower doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It's got a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. Google users though put it at 86. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking 63.
You're thinking of 63?
Yeah.
It's a simpler story. Guy kept in solitude and tortured and comes out and doesn't know how to properly act.
Yeah, and then there's and he doesn't know how to properly act when in the face of a weird hooker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most of it just seems kind of placement just so that way they can have some weird cringe/nudity factor in the movie.
Yeah, and to be fair with this one, it's kind of a weird way to do a movie because it happened as someone came up with this idea and presented it to someone else and was like, I obviously need more. And they went, well, this is a little bit like this Lovecraft thing. The Outsider?
Yes.
Okay. And they kind of combined the two and worked it out to be Castle Freak. So it's only partially Lovecraft. And I think that might be why this one suffers a little bit. Because it was an idea added to a Lovecraft rather than taking a Lovecraft idea and increasing it like Reanimator was.
Yeah. This one, I believe, has inspiration from Edgar Allan Poe and Berenice. Berenice?
Okay.
Yes, it is. It echoes a short horror story by Edgar Allan Poe.
Which one? Is that Berenice? Is that what you're saying? Or is Berenice something else that it's... Okay.
No,
I don't think I've read Berenice.
It is a poem about visiting the grave of my beloved and a box containing 32 teeth.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a short, very, very short read, so...
I have a book of Poe around here somewhere. I'll have to check to see if it's in there. With Poe, I read the big ones, Telltale Heart, Black Cat, things along those lines. Fall of the House of Usher, so...
But, this one I can't recommend to anyone for any reason. I don't want to say it's not worth the watch, but at the same time, it's like, I don't see a reason to push it toward anyone. I would say Reanimator, yes. Castle Freak, no.
What about this? If you're going to watch Castle Freak, watch the Joe Bob version for all of his stuff.
Okay, yeah. Okay, with Joe Bob, sure. Go ahead and do the Joe Bob variant.
Now, we don't have a movie lined up for you this week because I was going to have you do homework and have you watch Wyatt Earp. But they went and took that off Netflix because they suck. So I'm guessing no movie for next episode unless we think of something before the next episode.
And we'll just talk about it then. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like as I said, we both have Disney Plus. We both have Netflix. I've got Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I've got Prime. I've got Hulu. I've got HBO, Showtime, Stars, Cinemax. I've got issues.
You got days of issues. But I mean, there's a lot. If you happen to run into something and say, "Hey, it's on this," if you can catch it. Let me know if you do.
Yeah,
we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll drop something on Twitter or something too to update you guys.
Yeah.
So, let's move into the news. Where did you want to start?
You know what? You pick all the stories and we'll just talk about them, because it's kind of hard to be like, this one? And there's no visual aid to tell us.
Well, let's start with this month's free games for everyone.
Okay.
You're upset about this? This doesn't affect me, so I'll let you take PlayStations.
Okay. So with PlayStations, they get 2.
Mm-hmm.
They get the Uncharted 4, which neither one of us liked.
No, it's a fucking movie.
And the second one is Dirt Rally 2, which they not too long ago gave Dirt Rally 1, and I'm like, Dirt Rally 2 didn't come out too long ago, but at the same time, it's like, you guys are now running out of ideas. There's a lot of games you guys could have given away in place of this, especially with what just came out, Doom Eternal. Tomorrow we got Resident Evil 3, Animal Crossing on another console, but even still, that's going to be driving people away from your game, from your console in general. You want people to play your console, you need to bring out things that people want to play. With Xbox, they're bringing out things that people are going to be like, oh shit, I would like to play that again. Or, oh, I completely forgot about this game. I've never had a chance to play it, and thanks for giving me the chance to play it.
I feel like PlayStation all around is doing some weird stuff too, because they just shut down servers for Drive Club, and it's 2 spin-offs.
Yeah, Drive Club. To be fair, Drive Club didn't do well.
No, but it's an exclusive. Like,
yeah.
You're giving up on your exclusive. That never looks good. I get that it doesn't make sense to keep sinking money into something that ain't working, but it just doesn't look good in general that an exclusive of yours, you're giving up on it. You're moving on.
Yeah. But, I mean, if no one's on the servers, let's say there's sub 1,000 people on your servers, wouldn't you be like, that's not a lot of people for a game that hopefully sold good?
You're right. And I have no idea what their servers looked like. It could have been even worse than that, and that's already absolutely terrible. So,
yeah.
I totally agree. I do have to say, though, that maybe find some way to maybe set up something for people that do still want to play. Like, maybe they can pay for their own server or something. I don't know. Because that there's still people out there that play it. There's got to be.
Well, with other racing games that are out and about that are performing better, I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah. I guess I get that.
I mean, there is one PS3 server system that is still running to today perfectly, and that is Resistance 3. Their online multiplayer is still going to today.
Yeah. I find it interesting the way servers work also. Like, I never even considered the fact that like a year ago, they finally shut down the servers for Netflix to run on the Wii. And I never even considered that had to be its own thing, because the Wii runs it as an app. It doesn't just connect to the website. So I just never even actually made that connection in my mind. So that was something that actually had to be turned off, because people don't use the fucking Wii anymore. So
yeah, okay, wow. It never really occurred to me that that is a bit weird. I guess it's just the support for updates, but it just doesn't work at all.
Yeah, they officially shut it down. I want to say probably close to a year ago by now.
Interesting. Okay, I mean, well,
you still use the Wii U, because that's a different server, and you can use what's the new one? The Switch, because that's a different server.
Yeah, so I mean, to be fair, who would be watching stuff on a Wii when there are other ways to watch and all that?
Yeah. At the same time, though, I feel like some people do what I did, where it's like, I didn't have a smart TV at first, so I took my Xbox 360 upstairs, and that was my Netflix hub until I got a smart TV. And actually, I ended up buying a Roku instead. So it's like, if that became the sole use of your Wii, it was keeping you from going and buying a Roku, a Chrome, a Fire Stick, something like that, and now it's gone, it's like, well, that sucks. Gotta go buy something now.
Yeah, but to be fair, they are inexpensive now.
They've got some pretty good deals now. So
$25, $30 for a easygoing Fire Stick.
Hell, Roku's doing a bundle right now where you get their soundbar and one of their Rokus for like $100.
That's not bad.
I'm sure it's not the greatest soundbar by any means. But
for a small living room, I don't think it'd be too
bedroom,
too bad.
workout room, something like that.
Oh yeah.
So over to Xbox though. Here's the issue.
I actually didn't see Xboxes.
Oh, okay. The one issue I'm having with Xboxes, if I can get the damn thing, everything scrolled down. Okay. I don't actually care about this stuff, or I already own it, but it's great for other people.
Yeah. Okay.
From April 1st to the 30th, Project Cars 2 is available.
Okay.
April 1st to the 15th, Fable's Anniversary.
I mean, wait. Oh, wait. That means that it's 1, 2, and 3.
No. Fable's Anniversary is 1 with the DLCs.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It's just number 1 with the DLCs.
Well, 1's the best anyways. I recommend it fully. I'm very glad when I got my Xbox, you allowed me to play this game.
I just recently started playing the Anniversary DLCs because I had never played them, because I played 1 when it came out on the original Xbox.
Jack of Blades is amazing.
I enjoy the DLCs so far. But I do agree with you that 1 is the best out of the franchise. And then April 16th to the 15th, we have, if I can get this to blow up because the writing is terrible.
Wait, 16th to the 15th? Oh, 16th of this. Okay.
April, 16th of April to the 15th of May.
Gotcha.
Knight, Pen and Paper, and Knights 2 of Pen and Paper.
Okay.
Or Knights of Pen and Paper 2, and however that works.
It makes for a good mobile game, but I don't know if you would want it on your console. That's just my personal take on that.
So it's a bundle, and it's the deluxe edition of both games. So.
Okay. It's a nice little thing. If you're really, really dying for a nice Dungeons and Dragons night, but nobody's around, I guess it works.
Yeah, and I mean, already with Project Cars 2 and Fable, this month, just that there alone makes having gold worth it, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to get Project Cars 2. Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm probably going to get Project Cars 2 just because I've been playing Forza lately, and I've been on this driving kick for a little bit. So
we're going to build you one of those full-on seats.
Oh, I would love that.
And then the last game will be April 16th to April 30th, and that's Toy Box. I cannot read this. It's some kind of racing game. Let me try to blow up this image a little bit because they didn't do very well.
Toy Box.
Turbos.
Oh.
It's another racing game. It looks like you play like basically
Matchbox.
Someone's Matchbox or Hot Wheels through toy courses or something.
It's got a lot of good reviews on Steam. It's $15 on Steam. It's made by Codemasters, who do
10
Dirt.
on Xbox, but free come the 16th. So,
you know what? If you liked Matchbox Racers way back when on the old NES, this looks pretty much like it. Okay, I can fuck with that.
But that's not where Xbox ends their stuff.
Nope, because they got the Game Pass stuff too.
So, well, actually, we've got free play days also.
Oh.
April 2nd, so starting today, till April 5th, so it's for the weekend. You've got W2K20 if you want to play a really broken-ass game.
WWE 2K20?
Yeah, sorry,
Ew.
WWE 2K20. But then you've got Monster Energy Supercross 3 for all you dirt bike lovers.
Okay, that is, I've heard it's actually a pretty nice game as far as bike racing goes.
I haven't played a bike racing game since, like, MX versus ATV. So,
that's another good one. That had a really good soundtrack, by the way.
I remember that it had Trapped Headstrong, and that's all I remember from that soundtrack.
It had a good. I want to say it had a good System of a Down song on there.
It's possible. It's just been so long.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
I know this one won't matter to you, but starting yesterday until the 13th, Elder Scrolls Online.
Now, okay, hold on. I get why you're saying that. I don't mind Elder Scrolls Online. It's just I needed more to keep me around. It was fine and fun for my thievy little kitty cat, but it just didn't have a lot of content for what I was aiming to get out of it.
Understandable. It did feel very much like, go here. Okay, now go there.
Go steal this if you want. Okay.
Yeah. Also, it's the Tamriel Unlimited version.
Oh, so that's you get the Thieves Guild, you get the Elsewhere battle area. There's a whole lot of things you get with that.
A few more Xbox things because they just keep hitting.
Oh yeah.
Available on console, you've got let's see. Nero Automation and Overcooked 2, those ones were already out, so I think they're kind of re-upping that, hey, they're here. But Overcooked 2 did also hit PC, not just console.
That's correct. And I like the way you pronounced it, but it's Nier Automata.
Okay, let me try that one more time. Let me look at it. Let's see. Let me try again. Nero Automation. Oh, it switched before I could say whatever Homecoming was.
It is Become as Gods edition. Also, you know how video games with a lot of story and base usually have 1 or 2 endings?
Yeah.
Nier Automata has 26 endings.
That's 25 endings more than I need.
Actually, all of them are pretty story-driven endings.
No,
There's a couple that are a little strange, but that's...
I actually kind of like that, though, all joking aside. I like that because it gives it more replay value.
Yeah.
And it keeps you from... And with that many, I don't want to just sit there and watch 26 endings on YouTube. I'm going to go through and I'm going to check out some of those.
Oh, yeah, Nier Automata,
try to do it myself.
I recommend, but you gotta be on the edge of your seat from the start to the finish, because it is also a very difficult game, even on the normal difficulty.
I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Nightmare mode, and it keeps whooping my ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Also, as of yesterday, there was another Xbox Game Pass game called the Totally Reliable Delivery Service.
I think that's their April Fool's joke.
It is not.
Are you sure? Really? That's a real game? Okay.
Where you gotta do very, very small, medial tasks.
Oh, so it's Death Stranding.
More fun.
Let's see. I thought I was gonna get yelled at for shots fired. And then Minecraft Dungeons will be out it came out on the 26th. So I think that kind of Minecraft Dungeons is a new Minecraft game.
I know. When did it release?
Oh, I'm sorry. May 26th it's coming.
Okay, I was like, huh?
I got my M months confused. My bad. So that's coming to Game Pass, I do believe, and it's also available for pre-install.
I don't know why so early, but I'm okay with it. But I mean,
yeah, I think it's a little weird that you could pre-install it so soon, considering you've still got an entire almost 2 months. But
month and 24 days.
Yeah, that's a really long pre-install.
But at the same time, I'm actually looking forward to it because I would like to play another Diablo clone. I've played the hell out of Diablo 2 recently, and I want something new. I already played Torchlight 2, wasn't a fan. I already played something Van Helsing, wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah, the Van Helsing one. I haven't played it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of that one. And so hopefully Minecraft Dungeons fills that little hole.
Yeah, well, and it looks like they're introducing some cool new monsters to Minecraft too with it.
That's great.
Also, they're doing some very fun stay-at-home things on Xbox. They had one where it was like, be Master Chief, be Ori, be this, be that, and named all these things and said, be a hero, stay at home. Play. So they're like, stay at home, play video games.
Yeah,
because
that's what most
the reality of it.
That's what most have to do.
If you also jump on Xbox's Twitter real quick, you'll see that they have a giveaway going. You have till the 14th to do this. It's basically just to retweet their tweet. They're giving away a Sonic-themed console. It's from the movie, but it's the good Sonic, not the creepy original Sonic.
Okay, I can mess with that then. Hold on,
yeah.
You said it's on the Xbox page?
Yeah, they posted it on March 31st, and it runs until the 14th of April.
I don't see it, but I'll find it later, I'm sure.
And it's
there it is.
Yeah, it's live it's anywhere where Xbox Live is available when it comes to countries. So if you're in a country that can do Xbox Live, you're able to do it as long as you're 18.
Cool. I am going to reboogaloo this, so it is on my Twitter.
And then there's a couple sales going on Xbox. I'm not going to get into it because a lot of it's things like Uno and stuff like that. But there's a couple big games in there like Tomb Raider and Breakpoint. So be sure to go and check out their sales. Breakpoint right now I think is like 50% off.
Oh.
Yeah. And then like Rocket League's currently $10 off. So be sure to check that out. They've got Resident Evil on there. Red Dead just went on sale. which is annoying because I just got Red Dead. Red Dead 2, that is.
Yeah.
So,
well, of course, not the new Resident Evil, but
Resident Evil 2, yeah, sorry, not 3.
I'm excited. I'm excited for 3 and how
Yeah.
it's being already well received.
3 is going to eat up a lot of my time.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be bad.
And
but-
then I played the Resident Evil Resistance open beta.
How was that? I didn't get a chance to play it.
Okay, I like its premise. I do. I just don't like its delivery because you have to, once again, have a lot of competencies. It's just, if you are the mastermind, you have control of everything. You don't have to talk to anyone else. You don't have to coordinate with anyone else. But
Sounds like my kind of game.
yeah, but if you switch over and you're playing a survivor, you're kind of screwed. I'm not gonna lie or sugarcoat it. If you're not with a bunch of people who have an idea of what they're doing,
So it's very get your friends together type of thing.
get your friends together or hope you have a couple more brain cells.
Gotcha. I've been, like I mentioned, I got Red Dead 2, and I started playing online mode, and I did the first mission that you have to do with online people, and it went over pretty well.
Okay.
I did a one later on where I had to play online with people because my friends weren't available for it, and I had the dumbest randoms ever. One of them just fell off a building for no damn reason. Another one couldn't freaking find his horse for some reason, and he's the guy that had the person we needed tied up, and so he's running with him on his back rather than just putting him on one of our horses. It was
Jesus.
a damn mess. So I definitely get that pain of playing online with 3 people that don't know what the hell they're doing while you're going against the odds of someone that does.
Oh boy.
Real quick on the Xbox sale, though. One of my favorite games of all time is on an amazing sale right now. Sleeping Dogs, the definitive edition, is $4.49 right now.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's only a $30 game now, but holy crap! Like, I would buy that game 5 times over. So
for $5, yeah, just under $5. I am down for that.
So definitely go check out their sale. And there's all kinds of stuff. If you go to their website, they have the Xbox One games catalog, and you can just see everything that's on sale right now. It's a catalog of like 1,719 games. Not all of them are on sale, but a very large chunk of them are.
Oh man. Yeah. Speaking of sales, mind if I talk about Humble Bundle?
Go right on ahead. I saw a little bit about that. So
Okay, so of course we're in the pandemic. We're in that need to know basis on that. But luckily for us, there's Humble Bundle to keep us at home for $30. Now with that $30, I'm gonna go down the list super freaking quick. And by super freaking quick, I mean there's a lot of games, so get ready. Into the Breach, Undertale, Hollow Knight, Wizard of Legend, Tabs, also known as Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, The Witness, Super Hot, Tilt Brush by Google, Batman 3, Beyond Gotham, Killing Floor 2, Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy Remastered, I recommend it, Darksiders 1 and 2 Definitive Editions, Sniper Elite 3, This is the Police, Jackbox Party Pack number 2, Stick Fight the Game, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, Party Hard, Worms Revolution, Europa Universalis 4, Tropico 4, Nog, Broken Age, Brutal Legends, Psychonauts, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, Piku Niku, World of Goo, Super Hexagon, VVVVVV, Hacknet, Mortician's Tale, A Good Snowman is Hard to Build, Magica, Rebelled 3, Gangs of Deadsville, Agents of Mayhem, Ducati 90th Anniversary, the official game, Speed Brawl, Hive Swap Act 1, Alien Spidey, Stealth Inc. 2, A Game of Clones, Lost Winds, and Zombotron. Now that's just the video games.
all right. While you catch your breath, I'm gonna I'll give my top 5 from this. What I think people should buy. Okay.
Okay.
Sniper Elite 3.
Oh yeah.
Love that game. 4 was really good too, but 3 is pretty damn good. This is the Police. Surprisingly really good. I thought for like a little management game, stuff like that, I didn't know how it was going to be. Tropico 4 is great if you like the city builders. Let me see. There was another one on here you mentioned that I absolutely love. Oh, you know what? Sorry, no, that was it. Undertale, definitely get it. It's fun. I kind of talk shit about Undertale a little bit, but it's not because I actually have anything against it. It's because everyone won't leave me alone about the damn game. I've played the game. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Worms Revolution. It's a Worms game. It's fun, but there's better Worms games out there. This being on sale though, and being for good cause, I say, hey, get it. And then Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. This game's really going to test how good you are at Pac-Man. I absolutely love this, so check it out.
Mm-hmm. And as I said, that was just the games. The comic book set, Lock and Key, Fairy Tale, Happy's Heroic Adventure, if you're into Fairy Tale, The Army of Darkness, Ash the Author, which is Humble Bundle exclusive. Red Sonja Petitioning the Queen. Hey, guess what? Another Humble Bundle exclusive. You get the full Volume 1 of The Boys, the full Volume 1 of Saga, which I recommend. Oblivion Song, which I just started reading yesterday. Spawn Origins Volume 1, which I'll probably start reading as soon as we're done with this. Nowhere Men, which I heard was actually pretty good. You get Criminal and Undiscovered Country. That's the vast majority of the comics.
Okay, so definitely read Lock and Key, as it's been confirmed to get a second season on Netflix. So anyone that's a fan, you're going to want to stay up on that. I've heard good things about the Ash one. I haven't actually read that one yet. The Boys is amazing. Read it. Season 2, I think, is out now on Amazon, but I could be wrong. And Saga is great. I wasn't sure what to expect when starting Saga, and it definitely caught me off guard with some of the stuff in the first volume, but I enjoyed it nonetheless.
The Boys Season 2... where's the release date? Mid-2020.
Okay, so it's not out yet, but it's coming.
Yep.
Be ready.
It's coming. As far as something very interesting, there's two things of interest. You get Starfinder, Packed Worlds campaign setting, which also you get the starter stuff with it. And I did a little bit of reading on Starfinder. It's very interesting. Gonna have to do a little bit more digging. And the second thing is Magic's Music Maker, EDM edition.
So I don't know anything about the Music Maker, but as for Starfinder, I enjoy it. It's a Pathfinder game, basically. It's made by the Pathfinder people, but
Paizo.
It is not... Yeah, it's Paizo, but it is not a Pathfinder expansion or anything. It's its own game.
Yes.
The reason why that's a big deal is space goblins are a thing in Starfinder. Space goblins are nothing at all like goblins in Pathfinder. So you're thinking little creatures you need to go and kill. Space goblins are actually just kind of the people that go through and they salvage ships and stuff that have been left in space. So I definitely suggest if you're going to get something, this would be a good thing to start with, considering it's got the world companion setting and all that.
Yeah. And then just a few books to help cope and kind of lean back from everything, because the books are The Mood Elevator, which comes with audiobook, Prisoners of Our Thoughts with audiobook, Coping Skills, Tools and Techniques for Every Stressful Situation, Journeys Through Time and Space, in case you want to break away from normal speaking, The Art of Captivating Conversation, and How to Be Confident, Charismatic, and Likable in Any Situation, which I heard was a New York Times bestseller, so there's that. Mindfulness for Kids, to try and keep their minds to stay calm and happy in these times. And you get some crosswords to pass the time in case video games aren't your thing, or comic books aren't your thing. And as Quincy said, this all goes to charity, so $30 toward charity is a great thing. And if you are a gamer, guess what? If you haven't been a part of Humble Choice, you get 1 month for free. So you get this month that's coming up right now for free.
There's a lot of really good stuff here. There's also a book in here, Automate the Boring Stuff with Python.
Yeah.
That looks actually really interesting. Python is like a code, for making games or apps, things like that. So that, if you got a lot of downtime and a decent computer, sit down and play with Python a little bit, see what you can build. You never know, you may end up making the next Flappy Bird.
Yeah, Python would be an okay thing to write with. Python is one of the most used right now, so yeah, go for it. And Python is known for its self-automation. You write a few lines of code, and it can then handle itself for those lines of code that you're writing for it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's always good to know C# and stuff like that. C# or
You're right.
yeah, C#. But if that's a little much for you, Python is an easier one. I spent some time learning C# and did a lot of like writing code and playing around with it. I am not a programmer by any means, but looking at Python, I sit there and go, "Damn, I kind of wish I had done that."
Yeah, no, right? And then, JavaScript, SQL, PHP, C++, C#, Visual.
There's some really good
Python.
books out there for C++ and C# though that kind of dumb it down.
Okay, C++ is basically you have codes for codes. C# simplifies it. That's what I kind of get a base for. It may be a little bit, I may be fuddling a little bit, but in my mind, C# is a little bit more easier.
The other thing you could do is if you go and download Unity. It's a free program for making games. They actually walk you through the bases of making like a little like ball rolling game and stuff like that. That teaches you C# in the process.
Oh, that's actually super nice.
Yeah. So turn this quarantine time to learn a new craft.
Yeah,
Learn
I mean,
it
is over $1,000 worth of stuff for $30.
Yeah.
Flat.
4 days left. 15 hours, 55 minutes, and 11 seconds. 10 seconds.
And
9 seconds.
they've made over $3.5 million for this cause. You have no idea how up and up I am over this. For Doctors Without Borders and I believe International Rescue.
I got it right here, actually. It's Direct Relief, International Rescue, Doctors Without Borders, and Parents in Health. Or sorry, not Parents in Health, Partners in Health. My bad. Partners in Health.
I mean, shit, I'm already down for Doctors Without Borders. And the cool thing is, let's say you support 3 out of 4, you can push it toward the 3 that you actively support, so that way you're not... Because if, like, let's say you know those 3, but you don't know the 4th, and you're not exactly comfortable with the money going to that one, and you just feel like your money wouldn't be well used in that one, you can push it toward the other 3 that you acknowledge. I'm not saying, that they're all 4 not great. I pushed most of it toward Doctors Without Borders, because that's the one
there's a lot of countries that could use the extra doctor help. Not even just now because of COVID, but all the time. So I understand your support of Doctors Without Borders.
Yes.
I had a friend that did a year abroad as a doctor in medical school, and he says it's really interesting seeing what they perceive medical care as versus us.
Jesus. Yeah, at least we're not the anti-vaxxers.
Very true. So a lot of good stuff on Home Bundle. Keep that COVID-19 from getting you bummed out. Go play some stuff, learn some stuff, read some stuff.
Yeah, and a little bit of a shout out for tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming and giving away some of these because I already own them. So I have no use for them.
Free keys, people.
Yeah.
What are you going to play? Do you know yet?
I might do a little bit more of Forza. Like, it's going to be a mixed bag. I might do some Forza, might do some League with friends. I don't know.
Do you still have Fallout 4?
Yeah.
You should totally do the Macho Man Deathclaw mod.
Oh, Jesus. We'll see. We'll see. I say holding my head in pain. I think I'm getting a fever. Maybe I might not be able to do this tomorrow.
You remember that interview with Macho Man and Hulk Hogan with Mean Gene, where they're doing the superpowers thing, but they never actually really hold hands. They just kind of sit there like flexing their hands the whole time near each other.
Yeah.
I saw it posted with "This is how handshaking is in COVID-19."
Oh, Jesus.
The makeup powers.
The makeup powers, and you just know how it's gonna end in the greatest catastrophe the world has ever seen. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, let's see what else we got out there. So,
one more thing on Humble Bundle.
Oh, is there? Okay.
So I know how much you like James Bond, yeah?
Yes.
So for $1, you get a lot of James Bond comics. For $8, you get a lot more James Bond comics. For $15, you get a lot more James Bond comics. That supports National Coalition against. If you go back to the Humble Bundle, click Bundles, and then I believe it's on the very last one.
All right, because I want to check that out right now. I have a feeling I already own most of these, but I could possibly throw them out to some people too.
Yeah, why not? They're PDFs. They are what do they call it? They're DRM free, which means that you can just throw them at people.
So I do actually own most of these. And I gotta say, this has been an amazing run. When you get into like the $15 or more to unlock, like Hammerhead and all that, those are great. But even at the $1 mark, you're getting Felix Leiter, who I feel is a character that's been done some severe disjustice in the movies because he's amazing in the books. Like, I read the books, like I read the Fleming books, the whole time going, I really wish someone would do a Felix Leiter book because I love him. And then they made this comic, and I immediately ran to the comic book store. I was like, I need this now. Because Felix Leiter, he's an American CIA agent and basically Bond's best friend after they worked together on Casino Royale.
Oh.
He does show up in the movie, but they kind of underplay him a little bit, and I don't even... He's like, I'm bleeding chips, I'll do your buy-in, da-da-da. Like, he's just kind of there. He's not really anything.
He's just a good friend.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to use him a little bit more in the new movie, because I did see him in one of the trailers for the new movie.
Oh.
So, hopefully, Felix is a bit of a bigger thing there. So, check these out. If you're not a Bond fan because you're like, too much womanizing or anything like that, understand that that's not actually what Bond is about, and you can go into these and not worry about it nearly as much. Like, he still meets women, he still likes women and whatnot, but he doesn't come across as like a womanizer in these.
No. Hey, guess what? Another bundle.
Bundle.
Yeah,
is there a bundle for a bundle? To bundle?
There was bundles for bundles. But on a more serious note, if you have a 3D printer, guess what? Dungeons and Dragons Layered Terrain. For the $1 mark, you get a lot of really cool assets. Hobgoblin city walls, hobgoblin houses, evil trees, some easy building cardstock terrain, a mausoleum, a handcart, some trees, simple stuff. $8, you get a plethora of building things as well as easy dungeon clickables, which as soon as they're printed out, you can basically put it together like a puzzle.
These look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm looking at these right now. These look so good. I'm sending this to my brother right now, actually.
Yeah, and it goes to Direct Relief, which I support myself. It is a great one that helps over 70 countries and all 50 plus exterior states. Basically help healthcare get on the ground. If they are anywhere, they will be there. They are basically helping those who are in the norm, if you will. They are directly helping. Let's say you get in a car accident. They are the ones who are aiming to help. They are not going to be doing like the mass spread of the pandemics. They are there for the direct help.
And I know a lot of people right now are like, I'm without work. I'm stuck at home. I'm out of things to do. This is a great way to find some stuff to do on the cheap while also still supporting people. So if you don't have a lot of money to spend, these are the ways to, kind of still find things to do.
Mm-hmm. If I had a 3D printer, I would definitely throw money at this. Oh, yeah. Definitely for the Hobgoblin stuff, because I like that architecture. It's like an old Japanese style, like Edo era with the slanted roofs, and then on the very edges it has that really nice, what do they call it? It's like a rain gutter, but it kind of slants upward, and it's so bizarre looking, but I love it. It's so great.
It's even got like the sliding doors.
Yeah, and I would definitely throw money at this, but alas, I do not have a 3D
I really
printer.
like the grotto tree thing. Like that looks really nice.
It does, and of course it's unpainted, but I've always wanted to get into painting miniatures just because I heard it was like a relaxation
and the
type of thing.
When you get up to the $15 mark, the pumpkin golem, that looks amazing.
That looks like a good Sleepy Hollow.
It does. That'd be a lot of fun to have that guy around, especially mixed with the evil trees from the $1 mark.
Oh yeah, and then you've got the pack mules. I would have evil pack mules.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff in here. Yeah, I just sent it over to my brother, and then the Plague Doctor. That's right up your alley.
That is right up my alley.
Yeah, I just sent this to my brother because he's got 2 3D printers, and I'm like, you need to make me some shit.
Yeah, this is gonna. Yeah, I mean,
go get those out of storage and dust them off and make me some shit. Before though, we were talking about coding. There actually is a bundle that has 3 days left on it that has some coding starter kits.
That too.
So if what we talked about with coding really inspired you, they've got a lot of stuff geared towards children. So I think it's all geared towards children, actually. But that doesn't mean adults can't use it. It just means, it's kind of at the lower level, maybe for someone that's never even considered coding before. Mm-hmm. So lots of fun stuff.
It kind of sucks, but I have to wait 14 hours to tell you guys what next month's Humble Choice is, but I'm already overwhelmed at what is in my library right now.
Well, the great thing is they'll be able to find out because I'm sure you'll tweet about it. Yeah,
that's right. I'll tweet about it.
So
stop telling me what to do. I'm already doing it.
All right, fine. You're so smart. You remember everything. Actually, there's another coding one on here. I just realized there's a software development one. And so that's something for kind of the next step up for people that may not necessarily know everything. I haven't actually worked with any of these, so I can't speak on them. But it's $1 and $8, so you're not spending too much. Oh, and a $15 one, so you're not spending too much. Check out, see what you like.
I didn't see that they had the coding starter kit. It wasn't showcasing for me, not for a little bit, but now it's.
Yeah, I got a total of 11 bundles showing up on my end right now. I got the music producer. I've got Stardock 2020, award winners, Witchblade, James Bond, coding starter kit, software development, cloud computing, the D&D one, the Humble Choice, and the the Conquer COVID-19 one.
Oh,
so lots of fun stuff out there.
Yes.
While we're still on the gear of games, you have played this and I haven't. Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
And it's got a new expansion set that's kaiju themed.
Give me the Godzilla.
And it straight up does have Godzilla, King of Monsters, standing there doing a nice plasma beam. I'm assuming they're going to call it plasma beam. It looks so good. He's got helicopters above him. So this trailer just dropped on Twitch today, alongside a handful of new cards.
Yeah, and I did not see it until Quincy showed it to me, and I got hype because it looks good. It's got aberrations. It's Ikoria, which is another region of the Magic the Gathering, and goddamn,
the trailer alone just gets me hyped, and I know it's a card game, but I'm sitting here looking at this trailer like, fuck.
I mean, they've made so many things for Dungeons & Dragons, such as Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, the upcoming book that's going to be in May. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of handshakes between Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons that it combines so well.
Yeah. Wait, does this mean I can use Godzilla in my next campaign?
I mean, Godzilla fighting a Tarrasque, that'd be a fucking beast type of... It's raising up ideas, but I don't want the ideas to be there,
The only thing I think that bums me about this whole situation is that they don't show him in the trailer.
No.
She whistles at the end, and the card pops up, and there's kind of thumping big walks, and the screen starts to get a little darker with a shadow, so it's him or her, however you look at Godzilla, but you don't actually see the King of Monsters, sadly. Now there's 3 cards that they give you full stats on this article that I'm seeing. This article, if you want to check it out, is actually on CBR. So they give you the Godzilla one, they give you Luca, the Coppercoat Outcast, and they give you Vivian, Monster Advocate.
Some good planeswalkers.
Yeah, I don't know how the cards work, so that's more something you can discuss because I have not played a single game of Magic the Gathering.
Okay, yeah, there is a lot of rules that base itself off of you will follow the card to the T. There is no divergence. There is no Dungeons & Dragons style of rules as written or rules as understood. No, it is rules as written. You diverge from it, it begins to get really convoluted and a lot of arguments start up. But I used to play blue decks that were very much it's my turn again. No, my turn. Hey, would you look at that? Another turn. Huh, it's so strange. It's my turn again.
You thought you were going to get to play today? No.
No. I was very much a blue control. I did enjoy a lot of red burns that were very much you cannot touch me until you are down to this much health. But these planeswalkers, they look like they have some pretty good abilities. I feel like Vivian's a bit of a control mass, which is kind of interesting because she immediately, for free, can create a 3/3 green beast creature token, and you get to put a choice of Vigilance, Reach, or Trample. Which Vigilance allows them to be attacked but still remain standing. Reach, which means they can attack. I believe they can straight up attack their opponent's health directly. Or Trample, which means if they go through something like if something blocks, they can go straight to their health with whatever's left. Oh, man. And the fact that you can look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may cast creature spells from the top of your library for free.
So basically, you just come in and go, fuck everyone!
This is my card. My card. Hey, pick a card. My card.
You're the guy I would hate to play against in, like, Gwent or Hearthstone, where it's like, can I play now? Fuck!
Oh, Hearthstone, I'm a little bit more lenient on because I'm more of reserved with that. Where I would usually do like Boombots or I would say just Boombots for that. I never really did too much in Hearthstone that was very much outgoing. I was always very much defensive because there was too many people who would be like, I already know how this game's going to go. And I'm just like, well, shit, I got no defense against how you know the game's going to go.
Yeah.
So I always had to figure out.
I enjoy messing around on Hearthstone. I think Gwent's the one I'm actually decent at.
Gwent is very fair. Gwent is very, 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 very fair.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to dig into it, though, which I should. I've heard it's very good, but with this new Magic, I don't know what I want to do.
Well, you got time. The cards aren't out yet, but there will be over 250 cards in the new set.
Oof. And what is it? April 17th?
Let me see. Yeah, it's April 16th. And for tabletop play in Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, April 17th.
Copy.
And for tabletop play everywhere else, May 15th. The 1 month delay is due to social distancing measures effects because of COVID-19. So, yeah, you can get Ikora and Layer of Behemoths and the Gathering Arena, April 16th.
So the game.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But it sucks that there's going to be a delay, but it's okay.
Hey, get it through the game. The game's fine.
Now, I got a few other gaming things here still.
Oh, boy.
A lot of gaming stuff today, actually.
Yeah.
So, more free stuff. Free Ubisoft games. From now until April 3rd, so that's tomorrow, so if you're listening to this, do it. Players can download Rayman Legends for free through Uplay, while other franchises like Just Dance and Assassin's Creed will have similar offers throughout April.
Oh.
Yeah, so what sucks is I already own Legends, and I own the entire Assassin's Creed franchise, and I don't play Just Dance. But for other people, this could be really good. Yeah,
I don't know how Just Dance would work through computer if you don't have...
Yeah, it's probably not going to work for computer people unless you have like a
webcam.
I was going to say some kind of camera or VR set. But for people like me that have PlayStation VR, which it's camera also, and you don't have to use the VR to use the camera and the sticks, or I have a Kinect for both my 360 and my One.
Oh, okay.
Plus, you got to figure Switch players.
Oh, shit, yeah. Switch, definitely, with the Joy-Cons.
Yes. And then Bethesda announced that they will not hold a digital replacement for E3. Instead, each game's going to get its own little thing as they're ready to say stuff on it.
Coward!
I feel like it gives each game its chance to be seen. Because, like, let's be honest, if they put up an hour-long video, people are going to skip through to the things they want to see and ignore the other things anyways.
Yes.
So,
yes, I will.
Yeah, see, so instead, dropping videos of everything, and then you get to pick what you want to see. It's going to be the same situation without all the sifting through.
The only reason why I was saying coward was because Todd Coward.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no. I acknowledge that that's a good way of doing it. It's just, Todd Howard is going to be there in one way or another, and he's not going to make an actual appearance. And I'm hoping that he just shows his face in one way or another, because with everything that's going on, we need more talk. If we're going to get any game talk, we need to see the developers. We need to know that they're okay also. Like, as much as I make fun of him, I still care about Todd Howard and how he is of a creative mind. You know,
yeah, it's just become the cool thing to pick on him and the cool thing to pick on Bethesda. They announced a thing on April 1st for 76, and I'm not sure if it ended up being a prank or not, but they were talking double XP or quadruple XP or some shit like that. And immediately the comments turned into just Fallout 76 is a broken game, Fallout's this, Fallout's that. And there was one person, though, that attacked Bethesda as a whole. It was saying, they've got terrible business practices. They treat everyone like shit and like customer-wise. And someone went, what are you talking about? How so? And they pointed out, well, they do loot boxes and they do paying real money for certain things and blah, blah, blah. And they go, plenty of other game companies do that. So why don't you yell all of them, not just one? And this person's like, Bethesda's the worst with it. And someone pointed out the person that was saying this plays Apex Legends, owned by EA.
Yeah. But
the biggest loot box company of all.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing. Like, you're angry at them for doing something a company you support does. The real anger is in, it's fun to be angry at Bethesda. Because it's what everyone does, and then you rile up the people that don't.
No.
It's the whole troll thing. Why do you troll? To rile people up. It's fun to rile people up.
It is very fun to rile people up.
So, Bethesda's become the new troll spot. Now,
I mean, with the very, very successful Doom Eternal, I'm hoping that Quake gets its up and comings with the next run around, because I would love to see Quake brought up.
Well, I have QuakeCon news if you want to talk about that real quick.
I don't have that.
So, if I can get this to zoom in, because they posted a photo, because that is how, well, it's a photo of like a page they typed up, because that is how we do things now. Okay. To all of our friends in the QuakeCon community, QuakeCon has always been a special event for us and for you. A time when we gathered together to play games and build bonds that for some have lasted a quarter century now. In recent weeks, we have spent a lot of time discussing how we might still move forward with QuakeCon this year, particularly given that it is the 25th year of the event. However, with the logistical challenges and uncertainties we currently face due to COVID-19 pandemic, we have made the difficult decision to cancel this year's QuakeCon. The health and safety of our employees, volunteers, vendors, sponsors, and players will always be our top priority. And in these times, it felt wrong to be talking about a gathering when gatherings is the last thing any of us should be doing right now. While we don't know when the state of the pandemic will be, I messed up again. While we don't know what the state of the pandemic will be this August, we do know it will not be possible to complete the work and planning with partners, vendors, volunteers, and others that is required to make QuakeCon a success. We thank all of you, especially the volunteers, for all your work in building and supporting this event year after year. We hope to work with you to come up with other ways to celebrate the spirit of QuakeCon this August, and we look forward to the return of this amazing event next year. Until then, be safe, look after each other, and play games. Peace, love, and rockets. ID Software and Bethesda Softworks.
Peace, love, and rockets.
Peace, love, and rockets. I like that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
It's sad, and I know a lot of people are going, August is so far away, but I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people thought that 30 days would come and go of the quarantine, and we would be fine, and now we've had to add another 30 days, and our state has added 12 more days to our current situation.
Yeah.
So
29 days left of this quarantine is going to be in effect, whether we like it or not.
Yeah. And honestly, doing what you need to do, social distancing, being clean, things like that, is going to end it. That's what's going to get us past this and get us back to doing the things we love to do.
Being clean is going to be a normal thing. Oh my God.
Yeah. I have to say, though, I was at the store today because I had no choice. I had to go to the store. Yes. And I used the hand sanitizer, or not hand sanitizer, but the sanitizer for the shopping cart. I kept my distance. I didn't have to cough or sneeze, but if I did need to, I would have done it into my arm. But I realized people only do the social distancing while standing in line. They're not doing it while in the aisles or walking through the store. And that's not how the social distancing needs to work. You got to give the 6 feet at any time. If it's a family member or a friend that you went to the store with, that's a bit of a different situation, sure. Yeah. But the amount of people that stood directly next to me while I was in the aisle was kind of insane. On the up note, the only thing the store didn't have was toilet paper, paper towels, ground beef, and hand sanitizer. Everything else is back in stock. Even water.
Yeah, water's in abundance right now, which I'm glad for. But
yeah, well, I mean, even medication's back. Like, they had medicine on the shelves again.
Yeah. So, we're starting to run low on acetaminophen.
Which is funny because the CDC came out and said, don't do that.
No, it's ibuprofen that you're not supposed to do.
Oh, was it ibuprofen? Okay, sorry.
Yes. It's okay.
But so no QuakeCon, but it does look like they're still planning some stuff for August, so keep an eye out.
Yes. Hopefully it is Quake, because I would love a remake of Quake.
With the way the ID engine works, I would absolutely love a new Quake, because I didn't care for Quake, honestly. I was more into Doom.
That's fine and fair. I mean, to be completely 100% honest, I preferred Hexen.
I don't think I played Hexen.
Hexen's a good one. Hexen, Heretic, Duke Nukem 3D, Doom, Doom 2, Final Doom, Quake,
Quake
I
like
2.
Doom 3.
Doom 3, well, I'm going back. I'm going back to the early aughts. What else was there? There was a couple more first persons. Outlaws.
Wolfenstein.
I actually never played Wolfenstein until Wolfenstein the newer one.
It's enjoyable. It's very much a Doom clone.
Oh yes.
There's no getting around that.
No. But I feel like there's a couple more first persons that I'm forgetting, but at this point, I played a lot in my time.
Yeah. So, I'm going to let you talk about your Kojima stuff. I can't get it because of the ad blocker.
Wow. Okay, I gotcha. So, Kojima is a standalone now. Kojima Productions is its own thing right now.
It's a delivery company now.
He acknowledges the few faults that it has, but he says that was the thing. But, in the words of Kojima, PT ended as just an experiment, but I would like to make another successful horror game someday. Something that uses a revolutionary method to create terror that doesn't just make you pee your pants, but crap them. I already have ideas in mind.
What I love is he's such a bubbly, happy guy. So the concept of him saying "crap your pants" is just amazing to me.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for whatever he comes out with. I just worry that he's gonna try and cross a boundary. Wait a minute, we can probably cross that boundary. PlayStation is reportedly looking to buy the Metal Gear and Silent Hill licenses from Konami.
I heard they already bought Silent Hill.
No, they have not done anything yet. It is in talks, apparently. Considering Silent Hill's project got all kind of kerfuddled with the PlayStation 5, maybe. Ever since Silent Hills was canceled, I think Sony's been kind of like drumming their fingers and saying, okay, what about Castlevania? We know you guys got your show. It's doing well. Give us something that we can release. And Konami's kind of like, okay, yeah, here's a Castlevania collection. And Sony's like, that's going to go on everything. We want something for us.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I'm worried about with them buying Silent Hill. I don't perceive myself buying the 5, at least not for a very long time. And so if a new good Silent Hill game does come out, purchased and owned specifically by Sony, it's going to suck because it's going to be on a console I can't play it on.
Okay, I could see that being an issue, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that with the way that Sony's been kind of leaning, they might actually release on PC, which is a plus for me, but of course not for you. But it's still a direction that they are taking.
Yeah, like if that's what they do, if they do a PC at a PlayStation release, I can respect that a little bit more.
Yeah, and I mean...
But if they do a strict console only for Silent Hill, it's like, that's not your game. That's the world's game, is the way I look at it. Silent Hill is one of those things that was accessible to everyone.
No, it was PlayStation exclusive for a long time. 1, 2...
The original one was PlayStation exclusive?
PlayStation 1.
Wow, I never realized. I guess having been a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 owner, I guess it just didn't notice.
Yeah, no.
Well, then I take back what I said.
Yeah. Silent Hill 1, 2 was PlayStation 1, 3, and 4 The Room was PlayStation 2. And then that's kind of when it started when Konami was like, okay, we'll release some weird things, and that's when Downpour, Shattered Memories, what's the other one? Downpour, Shattered Memories. There's one I'm missing.
I'm not sure. But you got me thinking about it, and so I just checked. Konami's not really releasing anything. They're focusing way too much on, pachinko or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. Oh God, you have no idea how mad I'm still mad about. God,
the Metal Gear one. But then the other thing I'm seeing is like they did Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution for all systems, including Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Homecoming. That's the one I was thinking of.
Ah, okay. So, I don't know. I want to see a company that became so famous everyone knows the Konami code actually do something on their own again. But I'm wondering if losing Kojima was possibly the end.
I mean, yeah, you lost literally the last literal spur of money that you made with Metal Gear Solid 5, and as soon as that was over, you kind of, what are you doing? You made Castlevania series. Okay, cool, that's technically through another production company, but you used your licensing on Castlevania to make something. There's a little bit of money for you. Good for you? Like, I don't know what to say about Konami. Konami's a great company, but I worry about their values and how they're going to treat us, the consumer.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now. The last Castlevania game was 2014. That was Lords of Shadow 2.
Yeah, and then the collection came out November of last year.
Yeah, but a collection's nothing new. It's just you
I
took
know.
the shit you already had.
Oh, I know.
So.
I'm just.
I mean, the show's amazing, but that's not necessarily because of them. That's because of good writers and good animators.
Oh yeah.
So. Have you heard about... Where was it? So you know what Zoom is, right?
The face,
The video chat thing.
Yeah, thank you.
So there's another one that's making big waves. Trying to find the name of it real quick.
I mean,
House Party.
House Party?
Yeah, it's owned by Epic Games, and it's one where it's like you can see what your friends are playing, and you can video chat with them on your phone and stuff like that. You can even play games on it like Heads Up and stuff like that with your friends while video chatting.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of nice.
Some of them have been kind of hit by smear campaigns, is the rumor, which is weird. Like people's house parties, like them doing a house party with their friends, are getting hit by like smear campaigns. It's a really weird thing. The Epic Games is saying if you can prove it, they're offering a bounty. If you can prove someone is hitting yours with a smear campaign, they will give you $1 million.
Okay, shit.
Kind of makes me stop and go, maybe I should get a house party and just use it randomly and hope someone hits me with whatever this smear campaign is. Like, that's craziness to me. I feel like every time I turn around, Epic is doing something weird.
Yes, like changing their map again for Fortnite.
That leads me to a different story, though.
Okay.
So, have you heard about Call of Duty Warzone?
Yeah, the Battle Royale, yeah.
Yeah. They just launched, Activision just launched a whole thing about no cheaters. And like how they're proving cheating and what cheating is and it, yada yada yada, and promptly banned 50,000 people.
Oh my god.
50,000 people banned for cheating. It was like 35,000 when they made the announcement, and then the other like 15 came like right after.
Jesus.
Yeah, so they have security teams monitoring and doing investigations on data 24/7 to identify potential infractors. The teams review all possible cheats and hacks that include identifying aimbots, wall hacks, and more. And they are working to improve the game system for reporting potential cheating. Plans are underway to streamline the UI for more seamless reporting experiences. For all reports that are received in-game, they are both analyzed and filtered based on key data. And once investigations are complete, they will continue to work quickly as possible to ban.
Okay.
They're taking it serious. I think they want Warzone to become as big as Fortnite. Because it's its own free thing. You don't even need to buy anything.
No, you don't. But I'm happy to see that even in a free state of mind, they're saying, let's just get rid of hackers. It is literally making... It's not going to make them lose money overall, because there are some people who will spend money on cosmetics or otherwise, but it's going to lose player base, and that in this day and age seems to be the most important thing. Because as soon as you start losing players, that's when you start losing money. Because it's like, okay, let's play, and then when you're sitting in queue for 6, 7, 8 minutes, then they're like, you know what, let's just do something else.
Yeah. But they had no issues losing 50,000 players, so...
Well, yeah, hackers. So, they'll take that hit. I mean, the game looks fun. The game looks actually kind of entertaining. A little fast-paced for my old ass, but it does look fun.
It kind of reminds me of my old days of playing Call of Duty, and if it wasn't for the fact that I probably absolutely suck ass now, I'd go and check it out.
Yeah.
Also, Modern Warfare 2's remaster is available digitally on PlayStation 4 for $20 right now until April 30th. So, big sale on that. Call of Duty making some waves.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 just got its announced, that the remaster.
How about you go ahead and hit us with that special news you like to sing a little song for?
But shoe news. So, I'm not a big fan of Grateful Dead. That's just me personally. I've never really been a big fan. But they have bears. They have these very colorful bears that are about themselves. And they now have Nike with inspirations of Grateful Dead, where it is literally felt and fur covered, with the Nike logo having these electric shock. They're gaudy. They are very, very gaudy, but they
are so loud.
They are very, very loud, but they are to match the Grateful Dead style, because most of their icons are pretty loud. All we have is just the one picture, I'm afraid, but still looks...
Well, yeah, because these weren't actually supposed to be announced yet. I do believe this was leaked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This did make me stop and go, is there a Grateful Dead song I really like? And so I'm checking real quick, and I don't hate Grateful Dead, but I'm not entirely sure that there's like anything I'm like, oh my god, Grateful Dead. Yeah, I think Grateful Dead's more of a Lauren thing than me.
Yeah, and I have another one that I didn't tell you about.
Surprise shoe news.
Surprise shoe news. Ben and Jerry's Nikes. Do you want to know what they're called?
Yes.
Chunky Dunkies.
Oh my god.
They're here. I'm gonna throw the image into Discord. There you go. It's fine. They are very much a pint of.
Holy crap!
They are a pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream with their very, very simple colors with a nice
cow design.
Accent of cow. I like it, and I love the interior, the rainbow tie-dye-esque. I love the shoe. It's not bad.
Those are insane.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't think I would be spending $190 on them, though.
No. I can't see spending $190 on any shoes. I am very much under 100. Normally around 60 is where I feel comfortable spending.
I'll do 90 on half boots if they look nice or if they're super comfortable.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I very much shop the sales. Like the shoes I'm wearing right now, me and Lauren went and did like some serious sale shopping and got these things super discounted.
You got them at a closing Payless, yeah?
No. This one was just a sale going on through Skechers.
Copy.
I missed all the Payless closures. I was too busy.
Copy. There was someone who got a really great deal, like 15 pairs for like $25.
I know that there was one lady who went through and bought a crap ton of shoes to donate to churches for children that needed them from the Payless sales.
I heard about that as well. She was like, "Just give me your stock."
So, we watched a trailer today.
Yes, we did. One of my favorite wrestlers.
So, it's actually in works with WWE too, which is crazy to me. WWE and Netflix got together to do this.
There was a lot of wrestlers in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Jalil White, which you don't really see anymore, but I'm happy that he's around.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm glad to see that he's, and he's kind of doing a sitcom, because this is very much has a sitcom feel to it.
Well, it's a big show.
So, it's called The Big Show Show. It's about him retiring from wrestling and settling down in Florida to be a dad of his 3 kids and also be a husband to his wife. It's not his actual family in the show, but I hope it works out. And I'm wondering if maybe Fuller House is going to be possibly coming to an end that we haven't been told about, and this might be the next family sitcom to kind of take its place. It comes out April 6th, and it will be airing with 10 episodes.
Yeah, and in the trailer, it showcased Mark Henry, Mick Foley, and Rikishi doing a small scene, so I'm excited for that.
And he looks great still. Like, he's still in great shape.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all of them do. Sure, they may be a big people, but they still have muscle mass to them. They're still big in that sense, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Rikishi looks great. He always looks great doing his dance.
April 6th, that's coming up. Check it out. I'm probably going to binge it.
I think I'll watch a couple episodes. I don't know if I'll binge it, but I mean, I've got a lot on my plate as it is.
Do you remember Dragon's Lair? 80s video game.
Yeah. Oh god. I used to love the animator, and I can't even remember the freaking animator's name.
Well, they're talking about doing it as a live action.
No.
And the person that's in talks to play the main character is Ryan Reynolds. Did you break?
I'm trying to think on how Dick Dashing? No.
I don't remember.
I have to remember the guy's name. It's Don Bluth, by the way, is the animator.
Now, this is all now happening in negotiation. Like, I feel like the show is going to happen no matter what, because whether Reynolds signs off now or not, because it's they're negotiating it and everything with him now, but it's because Netflix has officially closed the deal to pick up the rights for this after a year of negotiations.
Wow. Okay. Also, it is Dirk the Daring.
Dirk the Daring. There you go. So.
But, oh man. Okay. I mean, I would like to see it do well. I say with the world's largest shrug. Like, give me a trailer before I make some actual acclamations. It doesn't have a bad story. It's just there's not a lot of story to a.
It's basically a dungeon crawl.
It's a dungeon crawl that you have to do timing-based things with. That's it. That's all you have. There's nothing more, nothing less.
I say, do it. But take this animation style, because it's a very specific animation style.
Oh, yes,
and
it is.
Do
Don
everything
Bluth.
you can to make the enemies look like a live-action version of that. Even if it does come across a little goofy, I think it works. Because this game was only somewhat serious.
Well, I mean, it's Don Bluth. Don Bluth did a lot of really, really bubbly things. Rockadoodle,
I have that
Anastasia, All Dogs Go to Heaven. But he also did really dark shit like Land Before Time, Secret of Nim, American Tail. Shit, there's a few more that Troll in Central Park.
That's
all that's
on
coming
my
off
Voodoo, by the way.
God, my brain is starting to fry just from trying to remember all these. But even still, he made so many things. There's one that's just right there on the back of my mind. Titan E! He worked with Titan E. The only downside is that was released at a very, very specific time that kind of screwed him up. I love Don Bluth as far as an animator goes, and he's worked all across every bit of animation studio. I think he worked with Fox. I think he worked with, of course he worked with Disney. But I want to know if he's going to have any input on this. He's still alive and still kicking and still raring to go. I just want to know if after all of this COVID nonsense happens and is over with, if he will be more than willing to help with this project, considering it's his.
I hope so. I'm thinking, like, build the sets, make the dungeons, put Ryan Reynolds in, like, more of a real, like, more of like an armor looking version of the armor. Like, keep the armor the same, but make it look like armor, because this looks like he's wearing cloth, you know.
Yeah.
But the monsters are so good in it that you just need to move them over. You don't need to change anything about them. Just make them flesh instead of pencils. You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I mean, the most cartoony character in it is probably the dragon and the snake. Other than that, like, you've got the, like, purplish, bluish thing with the white hair. She's kind of terrifying. She reminds me a little bit of one of the things from Scary Stories.
Oh,
you know. Then you've got the skeleton, which it's pretty good skeleton. It's the character's armor on it, which always added to the creep factor when playing the game.
You weren't expecting him to turn into a pile of bones.
Yeah. So I think this can be a success if it's done right. So
Definitely.
I've only got 2 more parts of news, and that's just movie release dates that have been moved and video on demand dates for people.
Okay.
So if there's anything else you want to talk about, feel right on ahead to go ahead.
No, I'm good.
You're tapped. All right.
I'm tapped.
We'll start with the video on demand stuff you can watch now. So some of these already came out. So The Hunt, Emma, and The Invisible Man hit on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And Birds of Prey, The Gentleman, and Bloodshot hit on 24th. I think out of all that, I think The Hunt and The Gentleman are the only ones I'd actually pay for right now. And then coming on the 10th, Trolls World Tour. So if you got kids at home and you want them to check it out, there you go. And Star Wars Rise of Skywalker hit as well. So that's video on demand, so that's paying to watch it. That's not free. But tomorrow, Onward will hit Disney Plus for anyone that wants to watch it. I will be sitting down to watch that. I am super excited for that.
I am also super excited for that.
Now, here's the delayed release dates for movies. This list is as of March 24th, but I don't think anything's changed since then.
Okay. How can you bump it back up when everything's already pushed back?
So, A Quiet Place Part 2 has no new release date. It's just been stopped for now.
Oh. Okay.
Peter Rabbit 2 has been moved to August 7th. In the Heights has no new date. It's just been stopped. No Time to Die is still sitting at November 12th for the UK and November 25th for the US. The New Mutants has gone to no date. So that movie, yet again, is just getting screwed over. The Lovebirds, it's a Netflix exclusive, so it's got no date. It's probably just going to get a Netflix release, and they'll probably call it good there. Mulan has moved to no new date. I'm assuming they'll probably drop it on video demand and then probably move it to Disney Plus like they did Onward. Onward hit video on demand for a couple of days before reaching its availability that it'll be at tomorrow. Wonder Woman 84 has been moved to August 14th.
Okay.
Antlers has no date, so that one's just been stopped for now. I know you're upset about that one, and I showed Lauren the trailer, and she's kind of upset now too because she was like, "This looks cool."
Yeah, it looked great.
Malagant, I think that's how you say that. That one's got no new date. Black Widow has no new date. Scoob has no new date. All three of those have just been stopped. I already covered Trolls World Tour. And then Fast 9, we already knew about this, and I think we talked about it, but for anyone that missed that, April 2nd, 2021.
Okay.
They full-on moved that one a year ahead.
Yeah.
So, it sucks, but it's the reality of the situation the world's in right now. And hopefully things will get better and we can all start going to the movies again, because I'm about to pay for another month of Regal Unlimited. I'm going to talk to them and see if there's anything they can do for me, because it sucks dropping $20 into something that I can't even use.
That does suck. Like,
because I signed up the month before all the closures started happening.
Yeah, and
I do know Ghostbusters is currently sitting stopped. They have no new date yet. Pretty much
sucks.
all of Sony's new projects, Morbius and a couple other things, they've just kind of halted its release dates for now.
Just cancel Morbius.
They already fucking filmed it.
Just cancel it. Who cares?
Throw it on fire.
Yeah, it's fine.
While we're at it, throw whatever certificate, Actors Guild license, whatever it is that Jared Leto has that lets him keep acting.
I mean, I don't mind him as an actor. It's just that project.
I know.
In
I'm
general.
making a joke for the most part because he was good in Chapter 27 or whatever it was, Chapter 23, whatever. The one where he plays the guy that shot John Lennon. Mm-hmm. He's good in Fight Club. He's the one that's too fucking blonde.
Yeah, the one that gets his face fucking punched in.
I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
American Psycho.
Yeah, he's good in American Psycho, playing kind of like a normal person. Mm-hmm. But it's just, from my understanding, he's amazing in Dallas Buyers Club. I haven't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. But he's doing these comic book things, and I don't know how much of it's him, how much of it is the companies he's doing them with, where it's just kind of, it's not right.
No.
His Joker was definitely not right, and his Morbius definitely isn't right. And now with the Morbius thing, I think a lot of that's Sony, though. I don't know how much blame goes on him, because Venom wasn't right.
Venom definitely was not right.
And now get this. Venom ends with a tease to Carnage, right? And it looks like, so Venom 2 is happening. We're going to get Carnage. They just came out and said Carnage will not be the main villain in Venom 2.
Was he going to be an anti-hero? Like, I'm assuming?
I don't fucking know. Carnage has never been good. And has never been good in the comics. That is not Carnage's thing.
No, he has always been Devour.
Hey, Cletus Cassidy is fucking insane, and the symbiote is insane. It's Venom's. It's the symbiote that creates Venom / Black Suit Spidey. Carnage is its child.
Jesus.
So it's insane. It fucking kills people like crazy. But yeah, that's what I got for news.
That's all I got as well.
So we'll probably next week's episode might be another quarantine distant one. We'll see. And it also kind of all depends on how things go with our state and how things go with how everyone's feeling and whatnot. I do know the quarantine has done nothing but screw up my sleep schedule at this point.
Same. But then again, I work graveyard, so I'm already screwed.
Well, now I don't have to take Lauren to work, so like and I don't have to pick her up, so like there's a buffer where like there's less I have to do in the day, so I really only have to focus on my work, and so I keep staying up until 4 a.m. and then sleeping until 1 p.m. Yeah.
And I actually took a nap before having this recording, because I was like, maybe going over and doing our movies would be a good idea. But then I was like, no, I don't want to be a carrier for anything negative.
And I mean, we could still watch movies. Hell, there's a Google Chrome plugin that lets you do a Netflix party. We could do that one of these nights.
You want to know what's fucking amazing? You can do it through fucking Discord.
Can you? Okay, cool. So that's another thing for people. If you're stuck at home and you want to watch movies with your friends, you can still do it without being there in person.
Yeah.
So, and while you're checking out those Xbox sales, for people that are stuck at home with their family, go check out the Jackbox Party Packs.
Oh yeah, I'm
great
definitely
fun when you're stuck at home.
I'm definitely gonna probably install that one and probably do a little bit of that tomorrow too. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot on my plate right now. I don't know.
Well, and you're still working, so it really, me too. It really changes things for you. My neighbor, I was talking to my neighbor today. He's officially not working, and so he's now starting to realize how much of a mess my yard is, and it's kind of poking at me to fix it.
Wow.
I'm not mad at. He's right. I need to fix my yard, but I'm like, oh great. This is what happens with the neighborhood stuck at home all day. They realize I'm the one house in the neighborhood that doesn't take care of their yard.
I mean, I'm off tomorrow. That's the only reason why I am doing the streaming.
Yeah. Well, stream away. I'll probably pop in and check out your stream a little bit tomorrow. What time are you thinking about doing it?
As soon as I wake up.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give a time, but I'll definitely throw it up on the Twitters. So follow on Twitter, and you'll find out when. Check
out his Twitter for it, and we'll probably retweet it from ours as well. So you can make sure you see the time. And that's gonna be on Twitch or YouTube or Mixer.
It's gonna be Twitch.
Twitch. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I've got.
I'm good. I was waiting for you to hit me with the pun.
All right, fine. When you feel espresso, have a little espresso. I killed him on that one.
I don't. It was a stretch, but it was a good stretch. I don't.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.